Hello everyone, welcome to ITLS Academy. Our today's lecture is on DNA amplification by the PCR method. In the last lecture we have studied the detail of PCR, and in this lecture we are going to discuss the amplification done by the PCR. PCR amplification. In order to study or detect individual genes or specific DNA regions or mutations of interest, it is often necessary to obtain a large quantity of nucleic acid for study. Rather than isolate a single copy of the target DNA from a large number of cells, it is often more useful to generate multiple copies of a target from a single molecule of DNA or mRNA via an in vitro amplification method. Polymerase chain reaction is the most common DNA amplification method in molecular biology. Even it may be the best option for all amplification needs, as a single copy of a DNA segment or gene can be cloned into millions of copies, allowing detection using dyes and other visualizing techniques. Principle: Polymerase chain reaction is a very simple method for in vitro DNA amplification using Taq polymerase. Taq polymerase can withstand a high temperature range than any other DNA polymerase. Function of Taq DNA polymerase in PCR is to amplify and synthesize DNA or gene of interest for various downstream applications. Taq polymerase was identified as an enzyme able to withstand the protein denaturing conditions. That is, Taq polymerase can withstand a high degree of temperature, and it can work without denaturing. Here are the steps in PCR. The first step is initiation. This step is necessary only for DNA polymerases that require hot start PCR. The reaction is heated to between 94 to 96 degrees centigrade. Next is denaturation. If the procedure does not require initiation, denaturation is the first step. The reaction is heated to 94 to 98 degrees centigrade for 20 to 30 seconds. Here the DNA templates, hydrogen bonds are disrupted and single-stranded DNA molecules are created. After denaturation, another step is annealing. The reaction temperature is lower to between 50 and 65 degrees centigrade and held for 20 to 40 seconds. The primer annealed to the single-stranded DNA template. The temperature is extremely important during this step. The temperature is extremely important as the annealing process requires a optimum temperature range to work. If it is too hot, the primer might not bind, and if it is too cold, the primer might bind imperfectly. Our next step will be extension or elongation. The temperature during this step varies depending upon the type of polymerase. The DNA polymerase synthesizes a completely new strand after the process of elongation or extension. Another is final elongation. This step is performed at 70 to 74 degrees centigrade for 5 to 15 minutes after the final PCR cycle. And at last, final hold. This step is optional. The temperature is kept at 4 to 15 degrees centigrade and stops the reaction. Now come to the materials required for the PCR reaction. Materials required will be milk water or autoclaved double distilled water, sterile microfuze, 10x Taq polymerase assay buffer with MgCl2 or NTP mix solution, template DNA, forward and reverse primers, Taq DNA polymerase enzyme, sterile mineral oil and PCR machine. These are some basic requirements for the PCR process. Some other requirements we will discuss in detail. Other requirements are DNA template. Between 1 and 5 nanogram of cloned DNA or between 40 and 100 nanogram of genomic DNA should be used per reaction. It is convenient to dilute template stocks to an appropriate concentration. Primers. Primers should be prepared by butanol extraction and resuspended in DS2O at 100 nanogram per ml. Next is our buffer. Buffer should be prepared as a 10x stock. 10x PCR buffer contains 100 millimolar tris HCl, 500 millimolar KCl and 15 millimolar MgCl2. Next is Taq DNA polymerase. Taq should be used at 2.5 U per reaction. Next is magnesium. Extra magnesium can be added to the PCR reaction. If using the buffer above, a final Mg+2 concentration of 1.5 millimolar will be obtained. Here, increasing magnesium concentration has same effect as lowering the annealing temperature. Next is nucleotides. DNTPs should be prepared from 100 millimolar commercial stocks as a 10x stock at 2 millimolar each DNTP. Next is water. Water should be autoclaved and used solely for PCR. Here, milk water is fine for the PCR. Next requirement will be paraffin oil. In some instruments, paraffin oil must be added to prevent evaporation of the sample. Here comes the procedure. Procedure starts with adding 30 ml of sterile milk water or autoclaved double distilled water to a sterile microfuze. Now add 5 ml of 10x Taq polymerase assay buffer with MgCl2 to the microfuze. Now add 3 ml of 2.5 millimolar DNTP mixed solution to the microfuze. Now add 1 ml of controlled template DNA. Next will be add 1 mole each of forward and reverse primers. Add 1 to 2 units 0.5 to 0.7 ml of Taq DNA polymerase. Gently mix it. Next, layer the reaction mixture with 50 ml of mineral oil to avoid evaporation. Now carry out the amplification using the following reaction conditions. Reaction conditions are initial denaturation at 940 degrees centigrade for 1 minute. Next is denaturation at 94 degrees centigrade for 30 seconds. Final extension at 72 degrees centigrade for 2 minutes. Next is annealing at 48 degrees centigrade for 30 seconds, and final extension at 720 degrees centigrade for 1 minute. Here our results will come. The DNA was amplified. This will be our final result, and PCR will amplify the DNA template and will give you more and more DNA that you want. Thank you very much guys for watching this session. Probably this is the last lecture of the molecular biology techniques. Thank you very much.